Hello friends. Welcome to the first video on this channel. Today, we want to create RGB lighting using 3ds Max and two powerful rendering engines, vray and Corona. It's an easy task with just a few small tips that we'll address together. As you can see, there are two scenes. One for vray and another for Corona. In the vray scene, a physical camera is used, while in the Corona scene, a Corona camera is utilized. I enter the physical camera and notice a light strip below the frame and a concealed light strip within the frame. I exit the camera to show them to you. I enter the material editor. I've already prepared the materials for both vray and Corona. The bright material is designed for the scene, while the dark material is for the frame and the text in the center. However, I'll go through the main process again with you. Before we begin, we need a plugin called Bercon Maps. As you can see on the left side of the screen, under the Maps section in the General category, there are several maps that begin with the name Bercon. And here, we need Bercon Gradient. I will provide you with the GitHub link for this plugin. I navigate to the installation directory of 3ds Max. Open the Plugins folder, and place the appropriate DLT file corresponding to my 3ds Max version, which is 2021. The software needs to be closed and reopened for the plugin to become active. Alright, I'll create a new Bercon Gradient so we can go through the steps together. It has several options, but we won't be using all of them. We'll select the color bar and left-click on the key icon to assign the red color. To add another key, we'll right-click and choose Add Key. I set it to 0.3. This time, we'll select the green color. And then add another key near it with a different shade of green. Then approximately to 0.35. This adjustment improves the output. I set it to 0.6. After that, we'll assign the blue color. But the spacing is too wide, so it's better to set it to 0.65. This way, it looks better. Finally, we'll select the red color again at the end to ensure seamless repetition without any issues. You can set the interpolation option to either linear or smooth, depending on your personal preference. The difference is clear. The smooth option provides a broader gradient range between the selected colors, red, green, and blue, resulting in more gradual transitions. On the other hand, the linear option treats colors like cyan, magenta, and yellow with equal emphasis, leading to sharper transitions between them. I selected the smooth option. Now, moving on to the material assignment. For the vray MTL, I connect this map to the diffuse slot. Additionally, I link it to the self-illumination section to make the material emit light. In the multiplier section, I set the light intensity to 5. Similarly, for the Corona Legacy MTL, I connect this map to both the diffuse and self-illumination sections. I also set the multiplier to 5. Excellent, the material setup is complete. Now, I switch the render settings to vray and set the quality to HD. I ensure that the physical camera is selected. Finally, I click the render button. As you can see, the RGB light appears in the output. However, there's an important step that needs to be done. The key point here is the UVW map. We must assign a UVW map to our light spectrums to display the RGB colors correctly. Now, I'll remove the UVW map so you can see the issue. I'll delete both the line and the one inside the frame. As you can see, it becomes a single color, showing only red. So, we just need to assign a UVW map to our light lines and set it to the face option. I'll do the same for this line as well. So perhaps this was the most important point. You can see that the RGB light is now displaying correctly. Alright, I'll speed up the video a bit to show you the rendering steps more quickly. Now, let's proceed to render the output using Corona. I enter the Corona camera. As you can see, I've assigned a UVW map to this light line, as well as to the one inside the frame. Now, I need to set the render settings to Corona and set the quality to HD. The camera is set to Corona, and finally, I start the render. If there's a slight difference in the lighting, it's due to the camera settings, which I haven't modified. I'll speed up the video again to make the rendering process quicker. It progresses to a certain point, and then I stop it. Alright, that wraps up this tutorial. Please share your valuable feedback with me. If there's a specific tutorial you'd like to see, let me know. If you enjoyed this style of video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until the next tutorial, goodbye.